showing any interest in it at all.
Morning, Robin. It is now 25 to 11. Right, the barrels have come off. They've had a rebore, and I see that basically 25. It's had the first rebore. Now I've took the rings off of it, but the ring gap in there it exceeds the maximum tolerance that it should be. So to be fair, mate, they're going to want a rebore. It's all come together pretty nicely. I'm still finished stripping it at the minute. I've took the cover off of it. There's movement on that basket, so although it's not mega bad, it could actually do with all the cush rubbers replacing in that basket. I don't know what the plates are like yet. I've tipped it up so I could sort of, in case there's any oil in it, which there still is. I dipped it, but I'm going to put it outside now and let its drain off. Then I'll come back to it and I'll do some more stripping. I think it's been to pieces at some point. When you look at the bottom of the mounts there, it looks like some kind of rubbery glue. So it has been apart and it's had a rebore, but unfortunately it now requires another one. You could re-ring it, but to be fair, there's a little bit of piston slop in the barrels anyway with the pistons, but they're all looking in decent shape. There's no scores down these barrels at all. I don't know if you're not going to see very well, but to be fair, there's no score marks in them. There's no lip on the top, but like I say, the gap's a lot bigger than it should be. The risk is buying some rings to re-ring it, and it might bring it back into tolerance. It's hard to say, but for what it costs to rebore, new pistons and rings and all that stuff, it's peace of mind. But that's what I would recommend. It want reboring. The crank, I don't know. I wouldn't like to say at the minute. I think the cases, like I say, have definitely been split at some point. But I'll pull it anyway and I'll go through it. I think the thing is about it, the tolerances that it mentions in the books for these things, you know, we struggle with the equipment that most mechanics have. And when you take the parts to the relative places, all they'll do is they'll just rebuild them and rebore them anyway. I've not come across one yet that will turn around and say, oh no, they're fine, it's okay, just put it back together. They will normally recommend that you do something. And like I said, for peace of mind, I'll just get the crank rebuilt and I'll have it rebored. But I'll come back to you in a bit once I've done a little bit more and stripped it further. Alright mate, thanks for watching, dilly dilly.